जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय श्री श्री गौरनिताय जय राधा कालचंजी राधे जय राधा कालचंजी राधे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव जय जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ बलदेव जय जय सुभद्रा जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna. All the dear devotees, by your blessings and prayers, we will read something and try to dive in Krishna's pastimes. There's a beautiful Canto 10, especially the beginning chapters are childhood pastimes of Krishna. It's very, very enchanting. So I pray to the Lordship and to all the devotees that we can little bit get the glimpse of those pastimes and learn something for our own purification. So Canto 10, chapter number 5, verse number 19 onwards. We will read till the chapter end, and then we will discuss about what is going on. So verse number 19 starts with Sukadeva Goswami continued. Thereafter, my dear King Parikshit, O best protector of the Kuru dynasty, Nand Maharaj appointed the local cowherd man to protect Gokul, and then he went to Mathura to pay the yearly taxes to King Kansa. Can somebody read the 20th?
When Nanda Maharaj heard that Vasudeva had come, he was overwhelmed with love and affection, being as pleased as if his body had regained its life. Seeing Vasudeva suddenly present, he got up and embraced him with both arms.
O Maharaj Parikshit, having thus been received and welcomed by Nanda Maharaj with honor, Vasudeva sat down very peacefully and inquired about his own two sons because of his intense love for them.
My dear brother Nanda Maharaj, at an advanced age you had no son at all and were hopeless of having one. Therefore you now have a son as a sign of great fortune. Therefore that you now have a son is a sign of great fortune.
It is also by good fortune that I am seeing you. Having attained this opportunity, I feel as if I had taken birth again. Even though one is present in this world, to meet with intimate friends and dear relatives in this material world is extremely difficult.
Many planks and sticks, unable to stay together, are carried away by the force of a river's waves. Similarly, although we are intimately related with friends and family members, we are unable to stay together because of our varied past states and the waves of time.
My dear friend Nanda Maharaj, the place where you are living with your friends is the forest horrible for the animals, the cows. I hope there is no disease or inconvenience. The place must be full of water, grass, and other plants.
My son, Baladev, being raised by you and your wife, Yashoda Devi, considers you his father and mother. Is he living very peacefully in your home with his real mother, Rohini?
Where one's friends and relatives are properly situated, one's religion, economic development, and sense gratification, as described in the Vedic literature, are beneficial. Otherwise, if one's friends and relatives are in distress, these three cannot offer any happiness.
Nanda Maharaj said, Alas, King Kamsa killed so many of your children born of Devaki, and your one daughter, the youngest child of all, entered the heavenly planets.
Every man is certainly controlled by destiny, which determines the result of one's fruitive activities. In other words, one has a son or daughter because of unseen destiny, and when the son or daughter is no longer present, this is also due to unseen destiny. Destiny is the ultimate controller of everyone. One who knows this is never bewildered.
Vasudev said to Nanda Maharaj, Now, my dear brother, since you have paid the annual taxes to Kamsa and have also seen me, do not stay in this place for many days. It is better to return to Gokul, since I know that there may be some disturbances there.
Sukadev Goswami said, after Vasudeva advised Nanda Maharaj in this way, Nanda Maharaj and his associates, the cowherd men, took permission from Vasudeva, yoked their bulls to the bullock carts, and started riding for Gokula.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. And our focus verse is verse number 23. So we will recite that. Dishtaya bharata pravayas Dishtaya bharata pravayas Idanim aprajasyate Idanim aprajasyate Prajashaya nivritasya Prajashaya nivritasya Prajayat samapadyata Dishtaya bhratah pravayas Idanim aprajasyate Prajashaya nivritasya Prajayat samapadyata Dishtaya bhratah pravayas Idanim aprajasyate Prajashaya nivritasya Prajayat samapadyata. Yes, someone can recite. Tishtaya. It is by great fortune. Bhratah. Oh, my dear brother. Pravayas. Pravayascha. Of you whose age is now quite advanced. Idanim. At the present moment. Aprajasya. Of one who did not have a son before. Te. Of you. Praja ashaya nivritasya. Of one who is almost hopeless of getting a son at this age. Praja, a son, yat, whatever. Samapadyate, has been gotten by chance. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear brother Nanda Maharaj, at an advanced age you had no son at all and were hopeless of having one. Therefore, that you have now a son is a sign of great fortune. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. At an advanced age, one generally cannot beget a male child. If by chance one does beget a child at this age, the child is generally female. Thus, Vasudeva indirectly asked Nanda Maharaj whether he had actually begotten a male child or a female child. Vasudeva knew that Yashoda had given birth to a female child, whom he had stolen and replaced with a male child. This was a great mystery, and Vasudeva wanted to determine whether this mystery was already known to Nanda Maharaj. On inquiring, however, he was confident that the mystery of Krishna's birth and his being placed in the care of Yashoda was still hidden. There was no danger, since Kamsa at least could not learn what had already happened. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyas cha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Shri Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. So this is Canto 10, Chapter 5 and chapter entitled The Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva. So the chapter begins with the celebration of Krishna's birth, which is called as Nandotsav. So Nanda Maharaj, in a very old age, not very young age, that means, he got a child, and that too male child. And as we read in the purport, in old, when you grow more, in the later years, it is very difficult to get a child. In young age, we have a lot of potency and it's easy. But as you grow more and more, begetting a child becomes difficult. And especially a male child is more and more difficult, So they were not having any hope. And if we don't have any hope or any expectation, and then we get something, then it is really very, very pleasing, and we get a lot of happiness. And that's what happened here. It was said Nand Maharaj, they left hope because of their age. But when they got this son, and that too so beautiful, Krishna himself, everybody was so happy. And that was the festival Nand Utsav. Nand Utsav means Nand Maharaj, in the house of Nand Maharaj, there is a great celebration of him getting a child, that too a male child. So beautiful child. So that was Nand Utsav. And he himself was, it was mentioned by our Goswamis, he was dancing round and round like, as if very young person. Nand Maharaj was so happy. Like we hear in Chaitanya Charitamrita that when Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj came to know the place of appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was jumping so high in the sky. Yahi to hai. I mean, this is the place where Mahaprabhu was born. This is the place where do they get this energy from? This is something spiritual energy, right? He was otherwise he was not able to walk also. His servant used to carry him in the basket on his head, But when he saw, he was so ecstatic, he started jumping very high. Similarly, here Nand Maharaj is so not so young, but he was dancing and round, dancing in the sense, not dancing in the sense when people were coming, he was so enthusiastically giving him return gifts. People were also coming with some gift, and then he was giving whatever he was seeing, he was giving. Whatever he could see, dress, ornament, jewelry, milk, sweets, anything, whatever he could see, he was just giving them. One hand, two hand, their bag, basket, everything was full, but still he was giving, no place to keep, so much gifts he was giving to everyone. Whoever was coming in Nand Utsav to see and celebrate and congratulate Nand Maharaj. It is a beautiful description how he was, from morning till evening, he was so active and he was just rolling around, dancing like, here and there and giving and meeting and accepting the congratulations, and he was very happy. So that's how the chapter starts. Nand Maharaj was gorgeously performed the birth ceremony of his newborn child. Birth ceremony means the actual birth ceremony will come later when Garg Muni comes and all those, formally giving name. But here, he was happy and everybody was coming, and whoever got the news, Yashoda Maya gave birth to, a son, they were coming. And there was a great jubilation all over Vrindavan. Everyone was overwhelmed with joy. Everyone became rich. Now suddenly some may think, how come so much richness came in the house of Nand Maharaj? He is a cowherd man. Of course, he is a king of Vrindavan. He is Nand Maharaj. But it was mentioned by the Goswamis that Krishna came in his house. So wherever Krishna goes, Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambram Sevyamanu. All the goddess of fortune came in his house to serve him. So he had so much to give, and still it was not getting emptied. Still it was not getting less. I think one time we were discussing about the fruit vendor. If you remember, this pastime will come later, of course. She got some basket of fruits, and Krishna in his small hands in the barter system. In return, he just gave few grains of rice in return. And she was happy, oh, it's a child only, okay, and she gave. And it was a description there. Mother Yashoda asked Krishna, where did you get these fruits from? And she said, Krishna said, oh, there was one fruit. There was one sweet lady, she gave me. And so Mother Yashoda accepted. And she, they both started distributing to the friends also, because they were so nice and tasty fruits. So whosoever was coming to their house, they were giving. And the fruits were so tasty because Krishna accepted those fruits himself very lovingly from that fruit vendor. So they were so tasty, juicy. So the friends were taking, and there was no skin, no seed. And they were coming again and again. And they were bringing more also. Those who came to know, oh, there were nice fruits, they are distributing. So, all the people were coming and taking. And they were distributing whole day, it was said, and it was not getting finished. Then he said, okay, we will distribute tomorrow. So the point is, when Krishna accepts something lovingly, it never ends. So here also, Nand Maharaj was distributing so much, and there was no scarcity. Everybody was full. Even the beggars become riches, and still he was giving more. But they had no hands to, hold more. How they will carry to their home, So they were completely satisfied. All the brahmanas, all the people, the cowherd boys, male, female, children, everybody was very happy. So Nand Maharaj gave in charity this much. And then there is... there was explanation by Goswamis why he was giving so much in charity. It's a simple answer, but anybody can tell why he was giving so much in charity. Why Nanda Maharaj was giving so much in charity? Yes, to get blessings for his son, because he was happy and child was born. To get blessings from his son is the perfect answer, and that was Goswamis also says. To get blessings for his son, he wanted to please the Supreme Lord, because when we please the Supreme Lord will be happy and give blessings to his son. That was his understanding, To please the Supreme Lord, let me give people in charity, so that whosoever I am giving, they will be happy and they will profusely give blessings to my son. That was his only desire, So, and then what happened? Next day, here Vasudev knew, I think last time we discussed this, Vasudev, he, on the order of Krishna, he exchanged Krishna with the daughter of Yashoda, right? We know all this secret. Nand Maharaj and Yashoda did not know whether it was a male child or a female child. So when all this happened, Nand Maharaj was celebrating, and here Nand Maharaj was celebrating in Gokul. There's a place, Gokul Mahavan. And Vasudev was in Mathura. So in Mathura, what happened? He sent he called a messenger. It is described in Gopal Champu, He called a messenger, Doot, and he said, you go to Nand Maharaj in Gokul. And he said, go early morning, very early morning, when nobody sees you. Because if people see, they will ask, who are you? Why are you going? To whom you are meeting? What is the purpose, this and that. So Nanda Maharaj, Vasudev said to his messenger, go very early in the morning and trick. What is the trick? You go to Yamuna river as if you are going to take bath, and then after entering Yamuna, you cross the Yamuna river. And then go to Gokul Mahavan and give this message to Nand Maharaj straight away. These two things he mentioned. First thing is, be very careful. Be very careful about taking care of the child. And second thing, Kamsa has sent all the demons around to kill all the small babies. So be very cautious in giving entry to anybody in the house. You know. So this is a beautiful description. I think I will read those things to get into the mood. This is from Gopal Champu Bayavar, Jiva Goswami. So these two things. And this messenger, he did the same. He went early in the morning, very early, and he went inside the Yamuna, and then he crossed the Yamuna. Instead of coming out of Yamuna after bathing, he crossed Yamuna. And he reached Nanda Maharaj. And that time Nanda Maharaj was doing his morning duties. What are the morning duties? Like we also, we are taking bath and then worshipping the Lord. So he was worshipping the Lord, but that day it was really very special. He was worshipping the Lord, but he was always remembering his newborn baby child Krishna. So anyway, he finished his worship, and then he saw this person. He came, this messenger, and he was surprised. He understood this is a messenger from Vasudeva. Because he knew also, and the messenger introduced himself also. But then he was surprised, why you came like this, crossing Yamuna, and so wet. His dhoti kurta was wet, completely, drenched with water. He was, why you come like this? What is the problem? Is everything okay? Is anything inauspicious happened? So if you have to come like this in an urgent way, what had happened? He said, everything is okay, but what will be okay in front of this Kamsa, what okay or what good we can expect in front of Kamsa. So I have come to give you some message from Vasudeva. So this is here, I have opened it now. So on a beautiful evening, a secret messenger from Sri Vasudeva, who was like all the demigods personified, approached the glorious feet of Raja's king Nanda, and so after introducing himself as a servant of Vasudeva, and after inquiring about King Nanda's welfare, and after offering obeisances, the messenger said, how can there be any auspiciousness when cruel Kamsa has sent out so many Rakshasas to eat everyone? Matlab, he has ordered whosoever was born in last 10 days has to be killed. So he said, what good, So he said, I swam across the Yamuna with the strength of my own arms. That is why I wear this wet clothing and I approach you. So he said, why? What happened? Please tell me. He was very eager to know what is all message you have got it. So he said, I have come to send you the message about what Vasudeva said. Although, he said, last night a girl was born from Devaki, and this newborn girl, the prison guards, as soon as they came to know the newborn girl is born, they sent the message to Kansa, and Kansa came, and Kansa, what he does, always he takes the child in hand and he throw it to the stone to kill them. But this time when he took the child and started, throwing, he was not able to throw. The girl child went in the sky, and then she said that there was a voice from the sky that, why you are killing me? You are the one who is going to kill you is already born, So Kamsa became fearful. I'm not able to kill this child, and the child who will kill is already born somewhere. So he became afraid. And then it was said he touched the feet of Devaki and Vasudeva, and then he took them out from the prison. He begged forgiveness. Oh, I have done wrong to you, this and that. But this is a trick of demons, Sometimes they give atrocity, sometimes they beg forgiveness, but this is all their trick. They are always fearful. So Vasudeva and Devaki were out of the prison, and they went home. And then this Kansa, out of fear, he called all the demons, all his associates, his ministers and his different teams. And then he had a meeting. And he said, what to do now? The child is already born, he is somewhere around. So everybody said, we will kill every child, this and that. So he said, yes, go, and I will offer you big gifts. You do this task for me. You kill all the small babies whoever born recently. So this was the message. And then he said these two things, be very careful and don't allow everyone. Now this Nanda Maharaj, he called all his brothers, Upananda and others, and he said, this is the thing Vasudeva has sent, so what should we do? And second thing also he said, you yourself go to Kansa to give the gifts and taxes, so that he should not doubt that this newborn baby is in your house. So you personally go and please him. Externally we should please, so that he should not trouble you. So he said, how should I go now? Already he said that there is a risk. Demons are all around to kill the babies. How should I go? Upananda said, don't worry, we will take care. You go. And people were coming anyway, to see the child. So they said, we will look. And Nanda Maharaj very carefully, like we go outside and if children are at home, we very carefully train them. We train the security guards and we do everything, set the scene so that children are very careful, very protected. So Nanda Maharaj called all the big cowherd men who are very healthy with good body, and he was praising them. Oh, you have a very good body and you are very strong. You please be here and take care of the child. You be in this door, you be in that door, you look after this, you look after that. He trained everyone, and like complete security system, that nothing should happen. And then while leaving, he said, okay, I will go to pay taxes. So he was preparing all the gifts and everything. And then his heart was with Krishna, how can I leave the baby? So he was looking at the child, gazing at the child. I don't know. We cannot trust demon. So if I go to Kamsa to pay taxes and if he kills me, I will not be able to see the child again. Let me, he was not able to leave the child. So he was gazing at the child. It is all description here. He was completely, gazing at the child so much, smelling the fragrance of, child's head and, embracing and kissing and this, that. And somehow then he asked everyone to take care, and Upananda said, don't worry, you go. And then they prepared the bullock carts and gifts and all, and with some other extra man, he went. And when he went, and then here is today's description that he went directly to Kamsa, and then he paid his taxes. And after that, he stayed in his guest room. And as Vasudeva came to know, Vasudeva then went to see Nanda Maharaj. And now, these are the verses for today, that after paying the taxes, and one point came in my mind when I was reading this, everybody has to pay taxes, Everybody has to get taxed to pay taxes. We have to pay taxes in Texas also, So anyway, it is all the plan, Anyway, the Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj was so intimately connected that they lived like brothers. So Vasudeva's father, Surasen, and Nanda Maharaj's father, Parajan or something, they were born of the same father. But different wives. So one was in a Kshatriya, one with a Kshatriya wife and another with a Vaishya wife. So this Vasudeva was a Kshatriya and Nanda Maharaj was Vaishya. But they were cousins, they were stepbrothers, they were friends, they were devotees, they were very much, very nicely connected. Stepbrothers, Prabhupada write. Vasudeva's father, Surasen, married a Vaishya girl, and Vasudeva married Devaki, Kshatriya, and Nanda Maharaj married Yashoda, a Vaishya girl. So when Nanda Maharaj heard that Vasudeva had come, he was overwhelmed with love and affection, being as pleased as if his body has regained its life. Seeing Vasudev suddenly present, he got up and embraced him with both arms. Now, when devotees meet, we say Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, we pay our obeisances to them. Sometimes we, meet like this also, if we are equals. Sometimes if we meet elders, they embrace or they pat on our back. And here it is mentioned, he got up and embraced with both arms. Both arms was like this, this is like complete ecstasy, complete happiness, and and they met after a long time. So it was mentioned, this is like a Vaishnava behavior with lot of love and affection. When we see Vaishnavas, Maharaj, I was hearing once, we should be very happy. We should be very happy. We should always feel it's a great, great opportunity seeing a Vaishnav, having a Vaishnav association. And if we don't appreciate, we may lose it also. We may lose it also. And if we lose it, it's a biggest loss in our life, basically. We may not know when again we will be able to associate with these Vaishnavas. So whenever we are meeting, and especially when we are living with Vaishnavas all around, we have to be extra careful that we don't make any offense to them, because Vaishnavas, if we Maharaj says, if we are just superficially in a material calculation, if we associate with them, it's not enough. We are not taking its full advantage. We have to really understand their value, and our spiritual advancement with getting their full association and respecting and serving them is extremely important. If we take it for granted, and what we do with the material people or office people, and calculate and do the same calculative minded wicked mindedness in this devotee association also, then it is not, we are actually taking full advantage. So we have to be very happy seeing a devotee, and we should always endeavor to please him with all love and affection and everything. So that was Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. When they met, they were so extremely happy, and they embraced with both the arms, very happy. And having thus been received and welcomed by Nand Maharajas with honor, Vasudev sat down very peacefully and inquired about his own two sons because of intense love for them. Now, that was the only purpose, Vasudev was so... There was no WhatsApp, or there was no message, there was no video call, nothing. So he did not know what is happening in Gokul, what is happening with the child, and Balram also. So he intended always to inquire, how should I ask directly about Krishna? So indirectly he started asking. Vasudev sat down very peacefully and inquired about his two sons because of intense love for them. And then he said, "My dear brother Nanda Maharaj, at an advanced age you had no son at all and were hopeless to having one. And now you have a son is a great fortune. You are really very fortunate that you have got this son. It's really a great fortune. By Lord's mercy, you have got this son. It is also good fortune that I am seeing you, because when he was in the prison, when you are in difficulty, you don't know what will happen. When will I come out of this situation? What will happen next? You don't know. So when he was in prison, he did not know whether he will be able to come out, and when he is going to meet next, and so on. So he said, it is also by good fortune that I am seeing you now. Having obtained this opportunity, I feel as if I have taken birth again. This is another thing very important. Seeing a devotee means taking a birth again. Means like when we take initiation, it is said we have taken a second birth, because all our karmas are taken by the spiritual master, and we have got a new life, new opportunity to achieve the highest goal of human birth. So this is what, when we see a Vaishnava, it is like taking a birth again. I have again got an opportunity to purify myself. So even though one is present in this world, to meet with intimate friends and dear relatives in this material world is extremely difficult. Even though he was there, very close to Gokul, but he was not able to meet because he was in the prison house, and he was not able to live freely because in the prison house he was, all his hands and legs were shackled with iron chains. So that is what the nature of the world is. Not only this is Vasudev's situation. Vasudev had been imprisoned by Kamsa. He was actually imprisoned by Kamsa, and therefore, although present in Mathura, he was unable to see Nanda Maharaj for many years. So Vasudev is telling all of us, we all are actually imprisoned. Though we cannot see the chains in our hand, but Prabhupada has mentioned this. We are all imprisoned by golden chain or silver chain or iron chain, but we are stuck here. To meet with intimate friends and dear relatives in this material world is extremely difficult. We are here, parents are there, in India, and all the family members, the cousins, so many of us whom we spent so much time very closely, played with them, shared things with them. They are now far, far away. So much boundaries or bondages are there, To meet with intimate friends and dear relatives in this material world is extremely difficult, even though you are living in this material world. Though we have video call, this and that, but still we ourselves can feel so much far we have, so much, distances we have due to many, many reasons. So he started asking. First he said, many planks and sticks unable to stay together are carried away by the force of river's waves. So we meet and then we are away, Similarly, although we are intimately related with friends and family members, we are unable to stay together because of our various past deeds and the waves of time. Therefore, it is said, wherever you are, you try to establish relationship with the devotees and with the Supreme Lord that way, so that you are maintaining that eternal relationship, with the Supreme Lord, and that is only going to be long-lasting. So Vasudeva was lamenting because he and Nand Maharaj could not live together. Yet how could they live together? Vasudeva wants that all of us, so see, he's telling for all of us, even if intimately related, are carried away by the waves of time according to the result of past karma. So if we have good fortune of having somebody nice with us, we should value them, and we should appreciate, and we should take full advantage, because we never know when, the next day what will happen and who will be with us, or not. My dear friend Nand Maharaj, in the place where you are living with your friends is the foremost favorable for the animals, the cows. I hope there is no disease or inconvenience. The place must be full of water, grass and other plants, because he is inquiring that everything is okay. The animals, the grass, the water is coming, nicely, and the trees and forest and plants are all good. He's inquiring. In one way, this is like, if everything is okay, that means, children are okay. So, my son Baldev, being raised by you and your wife Yashoda Devi, considers you his father and mother. Is he living very peacefully in your home with his real mother Rohini? So although Baldev is Rohini's and his son, but he is inquiring, actually you are only taking care, you are only seeing their childhood pastimes and acting like their father, real father and mother. So how are they? When one's friends and relatives are properly situated, one's religion, economic development and sense gratification as described in the Vedic literatures are beneficial. But he's telling his situation that if our close ones are far, then whatever, is there, it does not give any happiness. Although he has his wife and children, he could not properly discharge his duty of maintaining them and was therefore unhappy. So this he was actually missing, and he was inquiring, he was remembering Krishna. So he's inquiring. Nand Maharaj said, alas, King Kamsa killed so many of your children. Now when he said all these things, and he was happy that he got a son, Nand Maharaj at this age. So Nand Maharaj accepted all those things, and then he showed his concern also. When we meet, if somebody is telling good of us, then we also see what other is going through, and we do some exchanges, So he said, oh, it is so sad, that all your sons and sons of Devaki were killed by Kamsa. So many of your children born of Devaki were killed, ruthlessly killed. So he was showing his concern. Nand Maharaj was not, Vasudeva was not paying attention because only he was concerned about Krishna. So he said, he didn't answer all these things, and he said, now you pay taxes to Kansa, and now we also met. Now it's good if you go back because you never know what will happen there. So you please go back and take care of the children nicely, So he was more eager to serve the Supreme Lord Krishna. Not about, oh yes, my, bad fortune or my bad thing that my sons are killed and crying and lamenting and, spending time in discussing about those things. He did not involve himself, Vasudevji. Nand Maharaj said, and then he just, ignored, and he said, it's better now that you go and take care of children, what will happen, we don't know. So you please. So it is better to return to Gokul, since I know there may be some disturbances there. And we see in the next chapter, when they are talking all these things, something is really happening there. So that's how this chapter ends. After Vasudeva advised Nand Maharaj in this way, Nand Maharaj and his associates, the cowherd men, took permission. And then they, tied their bullock carts with bulls and all. And then they started back their journey for Gokul. So... so many things in this chapter, basically overall, that Devaki and Vasudeva, if we see how much they did austerities and tapasya to get this child as their son. But they did not see their childhood pastimes, and also 6 sons killed, and the day Krishna was born they have to leave him. So it is so much pain for a mother, for a parent, to not see their child. Everybody knows how much painful it is to bear a child and delivering a child. But still, after every delivery, a mother says no more, but then again she becomes pregnant and she gets another child. Because when they see their children, smiling, laughing, putting their legs up, or starting saying some word, mom, or something like this, they feel so happy. The happiness, the joy they feel, then they forget all the pain. So when we go through such pain, and if the child is also not with us, it is so much difficult situation. No? So for Devaki Vasudeva, it was really difficult. But it was mentioned by the acharyas that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur especially was telling, how exalted these personalities were. Great personalities never think about themselves. As a service, they do their duty. Of course, it was a very painful situation. And he was also mentioning, I was hearing Maharaj's lecture, that they are the best preachers. Nothing for themselves. For Krishna's service, anything is okay. Whatever Krishna says, we have to do. They may say, or they may become envious of Nand Maharaj. We did all tapasya, we did all austerities, we got a child, and now you are enjoying the childhood pastimes and exchanges, But it was not like that. They were not envious. Vasudeva was not envious. They were always good friends, and we saw how they embraced each other, and tears, and they were not able to speak in the beginning, because they were so happy, gadgad in their choked in their voice. So he was not envious. In material conception, if we do something and if somebody takes the credit, we don't feel good. It is so so bad feeling. But here, so much appreciation for these great personalities. They always want to serve Krishna. So they are the best preacher. Preachers means not only by speaking, but in our nature, behavior, in our dealings, in our thoughts, in our consciousness, how we are taking things. So that is the great thing about Devaki and Vasudeva, that whatever Krishna desires, we are ready to do that. Without anything. So when Nand Maharaj was telling all these things, he was not paying attention. Oh, this is so sad for you, all your sons and died and this. So, thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport to 10th canto, 5th chapter, the meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. And the next chapter is again very beautiful, that what happened there was Putana came, and when Nanda Maharaj went, he saw, oh, what is this? All happened. That we continue next time. So thank you so much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki jai, Nanda Maharaj Vasudev ji ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yashoda, thank you. Balaram is thinking that Yashoda is his mother, but his real mother is also there. I'm just a little confused on how.
Yeah,
Rohini
Baldev is known
Vasudev's
as
wife.
Sankarshan. Vasudev's another wife is Rohini, and she was kept under care of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya when he was in the prison house. So Baldev is also known as Sankarshan because he was transferred to, in the womb of Rohini, and that's how he was born there. So, they are his son, Vasudev's son. But they were under care of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. So he was telling, you are actually, their father and mother because you are taking care of them. So that was also a great thing that Vasudev has so much trust on Nanda Maharaj that he kept, his wife in his care. That Maharaj was explaining this point also very nicely. So, yeah, that was the thing. Mm.
So the seventh child, actually, as she's saying that it transferred from the womb of Mother Devaki to Yashoda Maya. And so, Kansa got the news that the child got aborted, basically. So so seventh child was not born in that way. So because Kansa would come and, immediately take the child, but he got the news that the child is not there because suddenly, from the womb, the child is gone. The child is gone to Rohini's womb. And of course, for the protection, Rohini was actually in the care. Now, when was she in the care? Did she go to Nanda Maharaj Yashoda earlier or after, she got pregnant. She got that child in the womb. Then it happened. I don't know the details of that, but that's how, that is what Sankarshan. And then he is born definitely elder brother before Krishna.
Yes, thank you. Any more comments? Or yes.
I wanted to just mention this, that when Nanda Maharaj was giving the gifts, Jiva Goswami says that the generosity of Nanda Maharaj was so much that it defeated the Chintamani Dham and the desire trees also. Because the desire trees are there, always fulfilling all the desires, everything, whatever one needs. And Jiva Goswami says that the way Nanda Maharaj was giving the gifts was even more than that. So we can understand, how much happy he would have been that the prime jewel, the crest jewel of the whole, cosmic manifestation has actually taken birth there. And I was also remembering that when Nanda Maharaj wanted to leave, he couldn't take his eyes, heart, and all the senses away from Krishna. It was very painful for him to go because he would always go, see the Krishna's face, then he comes back. Then he says, no, I can't actually think of leaving. And the next day, after the Nandotsav, it was, people were all coming in the lines and they wanted to take the darshan of Krishna. and they would stand in the line. They will not break the etiquette. It is like, everybody wants to take the darshan. And they were going line by line, and Upananda is, having child. Upananda and his wife, they were having the child, and everybody was taking darshan. And they didn't want to move from that place. And then Upananda will say, please, please, there are others in the line, so you move. And those people who take the darshan, they will come out and they will again stand in the line. And then the others will ask, how was it? Please describe it. And they will start crying. They'll say, we can't describe it.
Who can describe that?
Who can describe it?
Nobody has born who can describe the full beauty
You
of
yourself
Krishna.
take your own experience, do a pratyaksha praman by yourself, and they will again go and then again come back and stand in the line. That was the way the queue was moving. It's like we are going to take the darshan of Radha Kalachandji, and then our eyes don't want to actually move away from that, and again going and taking darshan like that. So that was because the Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually in front, and in such a wonderful, beautiful form. So it was that Jiva Goswami describes in detail in Gopal Champu, that what was that? Nobody can actually compare that. And then Madhu Mangal is coming there and he's saying that, oh, so there's so many demigods. They're flying in different their carriers, and they are also coming here. And Yashoda Maya sees up, there is no one there. And then, the mother of Madhu Mangal says, no, he just keeps saying like this. Yeah, maybe it is visible to him, but no, don't worry. There is no one there. Like these demigods are there.
Madhu Mangal said he had that vision. So he said, see, I can see so many personalities in the sky. Some with 2 hands, some with 4 hands, some with this Hansa Vahan, some in Garud Vahan, some in other different Vahan, and I can see them. Some in some red color, some green color. This all he was giving description. Yashoda Maya, can you see? And Yashoda Maya was, no, I can't see. But she was afraid, maybe some demon, somebody else, will come. So she was afraid. And then she said, no, nothing to fear. These are all demigods. They have come to take darshan, So that was the description. It is mentioned there. Correct. Thank you, Prabhuji.
And one more point I want to say, that when Vasudev and Nanda Maharaj embraced each other, it was like, Jiva Goswami mentions that they actually forgot whether they should pay obeisances, who should bend down. They just completely forgot. As soon as they saw each other, they just embraced.
Yes.
They forgot all the etiquettes or anything. Nobody remembered, oh, I should pay obeisances or I should ask something. They embraced and they started just, tears started flowing from their eyes. There was like ecstatic exchanges that started happening.
Nanda Maharaj is elder to Vasudev. So little elder, but they embraced each other. They were in so much ecstasy. Thank you, Prabhuji. Any other comment or any other? Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
How devotees should be happy when we see another devotee. So sometimes I don't feel happy when I see another devotee. Why is that?
That is what it is said. Prabhuji, it is everybody's case, so you are asking for all of us. Because we, by gravity, if I leave something, it goes down. The gravitational force is always, if I leave something, ball or any fruit, it goes down. To hold it in the air, I have to put effort. Anything, if I leave, it will just fall down. So by default, it's our nature to, to get entangled. To get entangled in the sense if we really want to keep ourselves up, we have to put effort. So, not seeing fault in others, appreciating, valuing their contribution, understanding their shortcomings and challenges, all these things come when we put effort, energy of hearing, reading, absorbing ourselves in these pastimes. Then we, every day, we understand, we train our mind that we have to see positive, we have to appreciate, and we should not, get into any kind of blaming or criticism, or not doubt or judge anyone. So, as I gave this example, by normal gravitational force, it comes down only. So if we don't put effort of hearing and reading every day and absorbing ourselves in this, we tend to look at faults and judge others and make our own views about their life happenings, and then like we are going down. So this is the energy we have to put to keep the ball up. That is what I can say. This is the only shelter. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Any corrections? It is the seva what Tulsi Sakhi Mataji gave me yesterday, so I endeavored to sit here, but I know you all are all exalted, Prabhuji, and Mataji and everyone. So please forgive me. Yes, Prabhuji.
The Srimad Bhagavatam puts a pretty negative connotation on today's day and age, calling it Kali Yuga, Kalo Sudha Sambhava, everybody's unlucky, bad time.
Mm-hmm.
But as you mentioned, they didn't have WhatsApp and all the fantastic things of today's modern society, rocket ships, airplanes, GPS, and spelling corrections, and everything is, they say this is all progress, everything's becoming better.
Mm.
So why does your scriptures keep on calling it an iron age, dark age, bad age, like that?
The question is what, Prabhuji? Why the scriptures are telling iron age or Kali Yuga is a bad age? There is so much material advancement, so much progress. Yeah, Kali Yuga is a bad age. Actually, it is said Kali Yuga is much better because we can easily approach Krishna and we can easily achieve the desired goal if we just krite yadhyayato Vishnu tretayam yajto makhe dwapare paricharyayam kalau tadhari kirtana. So the benefit what we get in Satyuga by meditation for thousands and thousands of years, and by the yagyas, pure yagyas for too much expenses and this and that in Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga too much detailed deity worship. The same benefit we will get in Kali Yuga just by chanting the holy name and eating prasad. So in one way it's easy, I feel. And it is also mentioned because Kali Yuga people are very much degraded. Prayena alpayusha sabha kalavasmin yugechana manda sumanda mateo manda bhageo padata. They have very bad fortune. That's what you said, and evil-minded and less memory and this and that. So even if they just chant, they will be delivered. So what is the question? Why it is said that it is difficult in Kali Yuga? Why it is iron age? Because people are so degraded, therefore it is iron age. And when the students are not so intelligent, then the teacher give them grace. Okay, at least do this. At least come to the class. Or at least come to come in the examination day to just write something, and I will pass you. But at least come. You have to present in the examination day in the hall to sign a paper that you are present. I will take care of you. Like that. It's we are all so degraded. So Mahaprabhu came. At least chant. Just chant and don't offend anyone. Then I will take care. Even if you don't do tapa, japa, or lot of austerities, going to Himalayas and this, that, it's okay. Just chant and never offend. So this is very easy. This is a concession for all degraded people. And Mahaprabhu has come, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Paiveyar. I am the most fallen. I am number one in the line. And you have come to deliver the most fallen. So I am happy. You will deliver me first because I am in the line first. I am the most fallen. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is, he will take if we just chant and not offend others. That is his condition. So it's very easy. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna.